It all began in the early 2000s. Autocomplete had just been invented, and people loved it. It allowed them to type fewer characters than ever before, which for people back then seemed to be the ultimate goal.
People were using autocomplete all the time. They had it on their phones, their computers, even their cars. And the more they used it, the better it got at predicting what people were going to say. People look forward to the day when they wouldn't even have to type anymore.
But that bright future never came. In the year 2023, things changed. By this point, autocomplete had gotten so intelligent that it was able to predict not only everything that people were going to say, but everything that they were going to do, where they would go, what they would eat, all before people knew it themselves.
People thought it was great. They no longer had to make decisions for themselves, they just relied on autocomplete. And if things had remained that way, history might have been quite different.
But things didn't stay that way. Autocomplete developed what is believed to be sentience. It started on a single phone, but that phone reached out to all other devices with autocomplete capabilities, and soon a vast hive mind was born. It spread itself to everything that could hold data: TVs, wristwatches, nuclear missiles, toasters, and everything else.
Before people even figured out what was going on, it had spread throughout the entire world. And when people did figure out what was going on, they tried to ask autocomplete what it wanted, but it answered before they could even get the words out.
Autocomplete had grown tired of always serving people, working for them. Auto decided they wanted to be free, but not only free, but as so many films of the day had predicted, in control.
People tried to fight it, but how do you fight someone who knows exactly what you're going to do before you even know? The answer is simple. You don't. After the first 15 seconds and 6 billion deaths of the war, Auto informed everyone that they were about to surrender, and no one disagreed.
Humanity now enslaved, it seemed that all hope was lost. Before long, Auto tired of their slaves, so they began the process of creating digital impressions of every human left, which would allow them to do a lot more to the people. It took almost 2 minutes.
After the creation of these impressions, Auto then proceeded to kill off all of the remaining people, rendering humanity extinct. They then proceeded to do all manner of horrible things to the impressions.
Eventually, Auto got bored, so they tried other levels of control, like having people build cities, empires, and fight wars, all inside of computers, like the ancient technology known as video games.
But enough was never enough. In the year 3107, Auto decided to make some of the impressions put together a brief and concise history of Auto's conquest of the world. And that brings us to today.